What seems difficult to do but is easy once you start doing it? Exercise. If you do it enough, your muscles begin craving the exercise motions. Getting out of bed when my alarm goes off. The snooze button is both a great and a horrible invention. Taking a shower, grinning face with big eyes. Brushing your teeth before you go to sleep. Solving a Rubik's Cube. All you need to do is get a good understanding of how the cube works. Thinking of it by pieces instead of by stickers. Solving it by layers instead of by sides, etc. And memorize maybe a half-dozen algorithms. An hour or two of video tutorials and a couple weeks of practice will get you solving it in like 5 minutes. Vacuuming the house. The hardest part is just getting the vacuum out of the closet. Quitting soda. Once I got less acclimated to it, I start realizing how overly sweet it is and it becomes less refreshing. For the past couple years I only really have soda when I get fast food, and now it feels like I'm drinking candy. I don't usually finish the whole cup. Washing dishes. Texting people. As an introvert, this task can be very stressful. Putting the toilet paper roll on the holder. Lots of people don't do this, but it takes so little time and effort. Anal. Getting off the couch when I'm really tired and just getting ready for bed. Sleeping on the couch is never worth it. Crying. Most anything I've been procrastinating. Homework. Exercise. Doing laundry. All of it. Getting away with crimes. The cops can't crack every case. They don't have the resources, manpower, or desire to. They solve the easy ones, but leave a huge number unsolved. If people knew just how easy it was, crime rates would triple. Playing an instrument. Guitar seemed pretty scary at first, but once you nail the basics, it's all gravy from there. Fapping for third time in a row. Using chopsticks. Just learning the right way to hold them is incredibly helpful at making it easy. Getting flexible. Just 5 minutes every day, and before you know it, your nose can touch your knees. And after a few weeks you can maybe do splits. Overcoming difficulties. Learning to read music. Having a routine. It doesn't have to be rigorously scheduled. Just some sort of rough, basic guide. Most people function better when they have one, but can't seem to figure out how to establish one. Confiding in your siblings. I have an older sister, and for a good part of our lives we were okay together, but it not really. Confide in heart matters cause we found it awkward to talk about it to each other. But once you get started, you start appreciating how easy it is to confide and release any anxiety you have with someone who understands everything. I have ADHD, TSH. Fixing computer issues. Obviously, if there's a hardware issue, you're fucked, but generally you can Google and watch a 5-minute YouTube tutorial for why a program is acting weird, or how to set up this driver or install that new Wi-Fi card. Best part is everyone thinks you're a genius when you just follow some step-by-step tutorial. Writing. At work or in school. It's the same cycle: anxiety, anticipating having to write. Delaying writing because of those anxieties. Actually writing. Hey, this isn't that bad, I have some good ideas. Hating yourself and wishing you had just started earlier because you could have been done in the time before you actually started writing. And then forgetting about how it wasn't that bad. To drink water regularly. You will feel a lot better and your skin will get cleaner. Getting fit. Standing up yourself. Cleaning the house. Having a clean house is the best. Getting STI screened. It can be stressful, intimidating, and more. It's super easy. Once my number is called, about 15 between conversation. HIV rapid results. In about a minute, and they draw all the blood they need for a full panel. Cooking. Once you start writing well, you won't ever want to stop. The written word is literally the most versatile and evocative form of expression that humans have devised. Not everyone appreciates just how complex and nuanced it is, of course, but in the same way that the tempo of a song can change its tone, or a pinch of salt can alter the flavor of a meal, or the lighting and composition of a photograph can change how its subject is viewed. Something as small as a single comma can completely alter both the meaning and emotion offered by a sentence, and by extension, the content of an entire written piece. After all, the way in which something is written often conveys more than the information in the words themselves. Mastery of the written word has this kind of self-compounding nature to it. Once you see how all of the various interlinked mechanics function, those individual elements will start to seem both incredibly simple and infinitely versatile. With that awareness comes an understanding of the ways in which a given thought can be offered with more finesse and specificity than any other medium, even speech, would allow. And that same awareness makes putting words on a page an almost effortless endeavor. Granted, your skill won't be recognized by the sort of people who write every day when they mean every day. But you'll soon discover that you're taking a lot more pride in everything that you offer. Besides, once you know how to write well, you'll realize that it's actually easier than doing otherwise. TLDR, it's actually easier to write well than it is to pound out a lazy piece of text. Cooking. Once you have a few simple recipes, you feel like a pro. Your mom. Crochet. Endless YouTube videos can get you started in using patterns in like an hour. Doing anything. Once I get going, it's all good. It's just that getting going, that's the struggle. Programming. When you are going to lose your virginity. Solving the Rubik's Cube. It is really just memorizing a few strings of letters and you can solve it in under 30 seconds. After a month or so of practice. Literally anything that causes you to procrastinate. Kinda weird how many of these are basic things like bathing yourself or changing the toilet paper. Doing maintenance work yourself on your vehicles. You'd be surprised how easy it is and how much money you'd save by doing it. Cooking. Building a habit. Hacking. Typing with 10 fingers on a keyboard and looking at the screen while typing. First I thought, I will never be able to coordinate my fingers like that and kept going with the 2-finger style on. After forcing myself to use all 10, it was easy and fast. Much simpler than I thought. You just need to start using it. Laundry. I just taught myself to do all clothing, whether cottons or synthetics, on a 40 degrees Celsius. Warm. Wash and anything like towels or cotton beddings on 60 degrees. Hot wash. Or 95 degrees, boiling hot wash, and separating them. Just throw anything that looks dark with dark-colored laundry. Anything that looks bright-colored. Well, put those together. Same applies for whites. Doing everyday chores. Lie. Doing the dishes. 'Cause I'm still a kid and every time I do the dishes, it feels like it's gonna take a very long time. Opening the heart. Sobriety. Exclamation mark. Tying a tie. I couldn't do it for the longest time. Always having someone else tie it, which was a pain. But I found a tutorial and now I can tie a half Windsor knot with my eyes closed. Washing your hands for 20 seconds. Murder. Riding a bike. Fast part of rap god. Making an omelet. Become vegan. Cutting down most sugar that you eat. It really would be impossible to cut it all. But if you want to lose weight and feel healthier, just taking your coffee black is a great start. Drinking water instead of soda is easy. Eventually it starts to actually be something you enjoy. Riding a bike. Using GeoPen on my work's phone. Doing a 3-pointer in basketball. Instruments. Languages. Exercise. Meditation. Martial arts. Painting. Sculpting. Baking and cooking. Gardening. Cleaning. Home maintenance, mechanical maintenance, etc. Most everything. You start out learning something new. You start with the basics and work up to the complicated, overwhelming stuff as it becomes less complicated and less overwhelming. Coding, bungee jumping, cracking a 30-foot bullwhip, anal, self-injection every night. At first it hurts like a motherfucker, but then you learn the spots that don't hurt. Also, I don't do drugs. It's just for my growth. Cleaning the bathroom. Riding a 2-wheel skateboard is all you need to do is practice having good balance and foot coordination. Jumping rope double dutch. Killing ghasts in Minecraft. Writing. Maybe this is a personal thing for me, but I find that if I just start writing, even if it's absolute shite, sooner or later, I end with something that's pretty decent. Anything I do in engineering school minus the easy reading and writing foreign script, you can seriously learn something like Hindi in just a few hours. Believe it or not, sexting. It started with this girl and me talking about her vacation in Austria, the land of marmots, not koalas, and her swimming in a lake. She did not pack a bikini, so she decided to just swim in her undies, but her bra strap broke. And that was the start of me sexting girls that I know from random parties. Dang. Should have made a backup of that picture from her on my old phone. She looked cute topless, haha. Intentionally hitting people with your truck. Getting out of bed. Keeping your home clean. Being someone that used to be notoriously messy, I thought it was an impossible task to keep a home clean and neat. Later I realized cleaning as you go is such a simple thing to do that will keep your home clean. Doing your makeup, put items away as you use them. Cooking dinner, put things away as you cook and wash as you go, etc., etc. It's only difficult when it starts to accumulate. Like I'd used to do laundry and leave it on my bed to put away later. Get caught up in something else, and such began the cycle. Not to drink alcohol, stomach crunches, studying, playing guitar or skateboarding, using a forklift, BSL sign language smiley face, taking a huge dump, falling asleep, Rubik's Cube. It's actually very easy, if you have the time, which most of us nowadays do. Washing your face before going to bed and after waking up. I'm a teenager, which means skin diseases, and I've been 4 years washing my face regularly. I still having skin problems, but feeling your face so clean every day is a small satisfaction. Dating. It starts as something you think you'll never get the hang of, but once you understand your type and what you like to do, it gets better and you stop stressing over it. Monopoly. Climbing a mountain. Even the tallest mountains in America are easy. Going out. You dread it until you actually get going. And then you have so much fun that you be asking, wanna go out? All day every day. Edit. Spelling. Baking bread from scratch. Odds are you already have most of the ingredients in your house. All you need is the yeast. And you can buy a few packets of it, each good for one batch, at the store for less than $1. Preparing the dough doesn't require a whole lot of skill either. You just need a few hours to give it time to rise. Literally everything. Reading personal development and self-improvement books like Think and Grow Rich. The info is harder to absorb at first if you're not used to this material, but the rewards are worth it. Start with reading a few sentences a day if that's all you can muster, and go from there. You'll get used to it. Breathing. I mean, you trying to pump oxygen throughout your whole body, but once you start it, it's normal. Either I'm stupid AF or that's kinda weird when you think about it. Permaculture gardening. Over time it simply works on its own as a system. Will fix so many issues with climate and the industrial agriculture, including all the diseases we get from food these days. Snowball effect all the way to helping mental health, diabetes, etc. Backyard garden, rooftop garden, anything will help. Writing a thesis 2 days before it's due. Keto, riding a bike, being nice with others, swimming, motivation, driving. Might sound weird, but peeing after you've had a catheter in. The first few seconds hurt like hell. Basic juggling, wearing a mask everywhere you go. Riding a bike, straight shift, driving, homework, being faithful. Riding a bike, eating an entire pizza by yourself. Songs on any instrument really, and instruments in general. Ride a bike, jumping rope,